everybody, and welcome to The Indie Guy. I'm The Indie Guy, Jonathan Moody, and I'm here to talk to you guys about Friday the 13th. Now, this is the Blu-ray for it, and so far this is the only Blu-ray I've got. I've got a bunch of them on DVD, including Part 3's, 3D version, which has, the 3D glasses and everything like that. But since it's Friday the 13th, I decided to devote a whole video on Friday the 13th, and my favorite ones, and how I got into it, and things like that. So, let me start at the beginning. Friday the 13th was one of the first series I ever watched. It's by far my favorite. As you can tell, there is a Crystal Lake sign right there, and I'm just hugely into Jason. I even tried to do a Crystal Lake series, fan series. It didn't really work out, so unfortunately we're doing an original series instead, which maybe is more fortunate for you guys, because, those are fun to watch those series, but it's more fun to actually see something original and create something new. Anyway, to begin with, I want to talk about, I used to watch all these movies on USA before, USA became the channel it is today. It used to do, Up All Night, and it used to do Friday the 13th marathons, and it was all into horror back then. And then it kind of just changed. I guess new people came in, and the old people went out, and it became a different, whole different channel. And I'm okay with that, because we've got Sci-Fi that moved in, and we've got Chiller, and El Rey does a lot of stuff, and so you got enough channels that devote itself to horror and do the marathons. So anyway, next I want to talk about, okay, so let me go through my view on all the Jason movies. First of all, the first one, which is the only one I've got on Blu-ray. I've got the rest. Almost all the rest on DVD. On DVD, I need Jason X, and I need, I think that's it. That's all I need on the Jason ones. So I've got everything else. I even got the awful Jason Goes to Hell, which I got for like $5 or something at a, maybe less, at, what is it, 7-Eleven. It was, it's like my least favorite. I'm going to get into that when I get into that specific one. So first of all, I'm going to talk about, and look, you can see my Crystal Lake lifeguard shirt. So there you go. Shows how, this was going to be the shirts that they were going to wear in the Crystal Lake series. And unfortunately, that just didn't happen. So, I wanted to bust it out and show everybody. But anyway, next, I want to basically, okay, so the first one was the one that started it all, and it stars Betsy Palmer from, tons of stuff. I mean, I don't really know the films that she's been in, but I know she was a very good stage actress, and she did a lot of cool stuff like that. So and I've heard stories about it. I'm not going to get into details about, the background of each movie, because you can listen to that in, the documentaries. There's a great documentary called His Name Was Jason, which, basically is a whole big thing on it. Anyway, and I love that. That's I have that documentary on DVD. It's one of my favorites. And I believe my friend Alyssa Dowling is in that. So that was pretty cool to see. Next, I wanted to... So the first one was great. I liked it. A lot of fun. The more that I watch it, the more kind of cheesy and corny it is. But fun still. It's, that kind of 80s cheese. And so I like that. It's got, Kevin Bacon, who I always thought would, didn't like it, but... I saw an interview with him, and he talked about it. So he doesn't hide from the fact that he was in that movie. It just wasn't, the movie that he talks about all the time, I guess. Then after that, they made part 2, and I guess they just wanted to get into Jason being the killer, because having the mom come back without a head. I mean, I guess that might, not be as cool. I always thought that could be cool. Have the mom hold her head and walk around and kill people, whatever. But I guess it's not as scary as Jason being this big, tall, hulking guy. And I always wondered why Jason went from this, little boy who drowned in a lake to this big hulking man who, like, did he grow when he died? Like, I mean, did he age as he, I mean, I'm guessing that's what it says. He, like, aged and watched his, I mean, it never really gives any full explanation as to why all of a sudden he's this big guy who's going around, and then you see his face and it's all hideous because he was a deformed guy to begin with, and stuff before he died. He was a deformed kid. And I mean, honestly, kind of, like, a lot of times you feel bad for him, but you can't feel bad because he's going around killing people, you know, that kind of thing. So, anyway, the point is, I like 2, but not nearly as much as 1, and it's one of my least favorite of the ones. Even though Steve Miner I liked in it, I just, eh. And then part 3, Steve Miner also directed. It was fun. It was a lot more fun. It's 3D. Which I have one with the 3D glasses, and it doesn't look that cool. I'm sure it might have looked better in the theaters or whatnot, but it definitely doesn't have like the I'm really gonna, like, attack you kind of feel to them. I never thought. Maybe I should get it on Blu-ray at some point and see how that is. So anyway, so part 3 was fun. I also liked the fact that you get to see Jason pick up the, you know, his hockey mask, which became his trademark, and everything like that. So I just really liked that, and I always thought that was kind of cool. Larry Zerner played the kid with the hockey mask, who gets it taken away, and he was great. He played like kind of a jokey kind of guy, and everything like that, like teenage brat kind of thing. I don't know if he's teenage or 20s, but anyway. Then part 4, A New Beginning, had Corey Feldman, where he was like a little kid, and he is the first Tommy Jarvis, and I loved it completely. Very cool special effects by Tom Savini, who did the special effects in the first one and came back and did stuff for the 4th one. I love it. It's really great. Just a lot of fun. Part 5 was like a trick. Because they wanted to bring Jason back, but they didn't want to, like, it's called The New Beginning, because the last one was the final chapter, so it became The New Beginning, and I guess they were wondering, like, it was somebody dressed up like Jason, so Jason was still technically dead, and Tommy was just going crazy kind of thing, and Tommy's in a mental institution that's out in the middle of nowhere, and things like that, and I didn't really like part 5 that much. And the more I watch it, it's still fun. It's still a movie I'll watch. Like, if I watch a bunch of them or something, or I'm in the mood, like, I might be in the mood to watch it, I'll watch it. There's a little kid in it that's pretty good. I forgot who played him. But it was fun. And I enjoyed it. Part 6, Jason Lives, was a lot more fun. Like, that was Tom McLaughlin, who directed the film and also wrote it. He just had a blast with it, and he also wrote for, like, Friday the 13th the series, which I don't know which one came first. I think Friday the 13th the series came before the thing, but it had nothing to do with Jason for Friday the 13th series. It was like these artifacts and stuff like that. They just pretty much just took the name, which I'm hoping that they eventually do a Jason TV show. That would be awesome. Crystal Lake TV show. That's what I wanted to do, but, you know, whatever. Can't do it. So anyway, moving on. Part 6 was a lot of fun. Jason Lives. Tommy basically resurrects Jason. Kind of like Frankenstein, you know, lightning strikes and he's resurrected. It's much better than Freddy's resurrection in part 4, where his flaming dog urine, which I remember I hadn't seen part 4 yet, but I read the Leonard Maltin describing of it was like, Leonard Maltin was like, what? Freddy gets resurrected by flaming dog urine? And I always thought that was funny. That's not what, you know, they actually have, like, lightning strike, the shovel or whatever that brings Jason back to life and stuff. So it's kind of cool. It was fun. there's a great paintball scene, and it just, it knew how much fun it, you know, like, it was one of the movies that brought back the comedy, because I felt like the fifth one didn't have a lot of comedy in it. It took itself way too seriously. And so the sixth one brought back a little comedy into it and had, you know, a fun story. Then part 7, which is like, you know, Jennifer Banco slash grows up to be Laura Park Lincoln, and she's basically Carrie. So it's like Carrie versus Jason. And I always thought that was so cool, just using the telepathic powers and fighting him. Like, he had somebody who could, like, stand up to him, because most of the time, I mean, you have Tommy, and all you have to do is get, like, something to wrap around his neck and throw him back in the pond. But this girl really, like, could throw Jason around and stuff. And, you know, unless you get, like, a big hulking dude, like Ken Foree or something, you know, to come in there and, like, attack Jason, then you're not really going to have anybody fight him very well. So that, I agree. That was a lot of fun. I love part 7. And I'm going to tell you, like, I love every single movie. I mean, even the remake was a lot of fun. I have not, well, okay, wait. I just changed, you know, whatever. Jason Goes to Hell, we'll get to in a little bit. Actually, in two more stories. But John Carl Buechler directed, I think that's how you pronounce his name, directed the 7th one, and I absolutely loved it. Just a great movie, and a lot of fun. I had a blast with, you know, watching that one. And Kane Hodder's first role as Jason. And, I mean, he brought a lot to that character. A lot of people got pissed because he wasn't in Freddy versus Jason, and he rightfully should have been. But, you know, I think, honestly, you gotta move on after a while, I guess, and get other people to play Jason. But anyway, great movie, part 7. And then 8, Jason Takes Manhattan, is my favorite. It's my favorite. A lot of people hate that movie with a passion. I mean, I will get into debates with people about it. Why do I love it? Fun. Just a fun movie. It starts out on a cruise, you know, like a student cruise, and they're on the lake, and like half the movie's on the cruise, and then the other half's on land. And I think that's so much fun. Like, I mean, it was a blast. Everybody was having a fun time on the cruise and everything. There's this great, I mean, every death in that movie had something really cool happen. Just a very, very neat movie. I remember seeing it on USA all the time, and I loved it. I absolutely loved it. So let's move on to 9, Jason Goes to Hell, my least favorite. And it wasn't because you don't really see Jason most of the time, and it becomes like an invasion of the Body Snatchers, or what's the other one? Puppet Masters kind of thing, like Heinlein's Puppet Masters. But it was just awful. It was like the people who made it didn't even like Jason, and they just didn't want to do a Jason movie. There were, you know, I've never seen any of the interviews or anything, but I'm pretty sure the director, I believe, is Adam Marcus, and he did other films and whatever, but that movie was honestly the worst Jason movie I've ever seen in my life. Jason Goes to Hell is by far the worst. So if you are a fan of Jason Goes to Hell, great. But I am not. That was my least favorite one, and I will probably, unless somebody makes me watch it, I will never watch it again. So that's my plan. And then Jason X, which you would think, like, you know, if I don't like Jason Goes to Hell, would I like Jason X? I thought it was fun. I don't know. See, I'm probably getting, like, some people are like, oh my god, I love Jason Goes to Hell, but I hate Jason X, you know, and I'm the exact opposite. I love Jason X, but I hate Jason Goes to Hell, because once again, it brought the fun back into it. I don't feel anything fun. I tried rewatching that movie when I bought it from 7-Eleven. I watched that movie and I said, you know, this is going to be fun. I think, I hope, because I haven't seen it in forever. I saw it on video, no, on TV, when it premiered on TV. And I hadn't watched it before then for Jason Goes to Hell. Then I watched Jason X in the theaters, my first Jason movie in the theater, and I loved it. I absolutely loved it, because I got old enough to actually watch. It was 2001, I think, or something, and I got old enough to watch it and had a blast. Todd Farmer wrote a great script. Just some really cool death scenes. And, you know, what are you going to do with Jason in space? Come on. It was just fun. The Leprechaun's gone to space. Everybody goes to space. And then Critters went to space. All these people go to space eventually. Why not Jason? Freddy needs to go to space. He hasn't gone to space yet. Maybe that's what whoever owns Freddy now, if it's still New Line or somebody else, they need to bring him back up to space. That would be cool. Bring him up to space. Next is the remake. Oh, no. Wait. I'll do Jason versus Freddy, or Freddy versus Jason, whatever way you want to call it. I liked it. It was fun. I honestly, it's one of those movies I can watch over and over and enjoy, but the more I watch it, the more I'm like, alright, I've seen this. It's like there's nothing really critical to that movie that I need to rewatch it over and over again. I don't know. The characters are so kind of, they are the stereotypical 90s, 2000s kind of characters. And, you know, they're not, it's Monica Keena and what's the dude's name? Who's anyway, those guys, they're all great. I love them to death, but it's just, you know, it's one of those movies I'll watch and it's okay, but it's not something I watch every single day or anything. Like, I'm not like a huge fan of it. Sorry, there's something going on downstairs. Probably hearing that as well. It is nothing wrong with this, you know, tape. So, anyway, next is the Friday the 13th remake. And a lot of people don't like it because, I don't know, it wasn't exactly a Jason movie. It was a reimagining of Jason. And it wasn't really, like, it had the elements of Jason, but it didn't have, like, the same feel of the way that it used to be. But then again, like, that's kind of what happens these days, is somebody remakes or reimagines a franchise or a series, like Girl Meets World, and was reimagined by Disney. This was a reimagining by Platinum Dunes. It was not, you know, it wasn't going to have the same feel of a Sean X. Cunningham production or whatever, I don't think. And that's how I felt like it was going to be. But I felt like it had some funny lines. The same people did Freddy vs. Jason did it, and they did a fantastic job. It was much, much better than the Nightmare on Elm Street remake to me. I just hated that. I felt like Freddy looked like, Jackie Earle Haley, who played Freddy, looked like a Grinch, you know, or you know, that kind of character. But anyway, I really enjoyed I enjoyed the remake. It was fun. Would I watch it? I mean, I'd watch it again. I like Jared Padalecki. I've liked him ever since I saw him on Gilmore Girls. Then he's on Supernatural, and you know, I like it, but it's just not, you know, it's not something that I need. You know, if they had never remade that, I wouldn't have been upset. You know, I just wanted more ones, and I think the next one that they're doing is going to be Friday the 13th, Part 13, basically. So hopefully that will be done. But anyway, that's pretty much my wrap-up of my feelings, my thoughts on the Friday the 13th series. And, you know, as I said, the only one I need on DVD is Jason X. Probably eventually get it for like $5 or something. Probably from Amazon Prime, but eventually, I mean, it's not something that is not needed. I don't need to watch it or anything. I'm not calling out to see it again. You know, honestly, the ones I like are like Part 8, 7, 6, 4, and maybe 3 and 1. You know, so those are the only ones I really like crave for when I want to watch a Friday the 13th series. Those are the ones that I pick when I do like a marathon or something. A lot of people like 2 a lot. It just, Amy Steele is great in it, but it just wasn't. It wasn't the greatest movie. It just kind of was a harken back to the first one. It's pretty much just a remake of the first one. First 3 are like pretty much the same freaking story. Camp counselors trying to open up Camp Crystal Lake and then get slaughtered. I mean, it doesn't really have anything that, or the 2 sequels don't have anything to do, It wasn't until they started realizing, let's get away from the camp and start focusing on just people, getting slaughtered, close by, that it became more interesting. I mean, after a while, you start to wonder why they even want to reopen that stupid camp. Anyway, that's it. That's my Friday the 13th one. I'm about to upload it so you guys can all see it. Hope you guys enjoyed. I don't know why anybody would like to listen to me for this long, but hey, if you did, congratulations. You're awesome. I appreciate it. Give it a like down there. Give it a thumbs up. Or if you can subscribe to the Indie, INDIE, _ guy, GUY. And check us out on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, all the things. So there you go. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.